Hi everyone, this is Joy with Create It with Joy, and today I've made this really cute card with hugs and kisses, and the kisses are made from Fawn's Thanks a Latte die that was the whipped cream, and I turned it into kisses. So I'm going to show you how I did that. So I started off using Gina K's terrific tape, and I believe this is the 1/2 inch, and I just took a scrap piece of cardstock. And I am just sticking this on, lining it up, butting it up next to each other, because I'm going to be using Gina K's fancy foil. And this is a silver that I got in a card kit quite a few months back, so I don't know what this color is called. Sorry. Excuse me, I'm also getting a cold, so I'm going to keep attaching it, burnish it down really good. Then I flipped over the fancy foil and I'm sticking this cardstock to it. Rub it down really good, and as you're lifting it, if you see a piece that didn't stick, just stick it back down and rub it again. So I'm taking that cute little whipped cream die cut and going to be cutting out a bunch of those shapes out of this fancy foil covered cardstock, because I want to make a bunch of kisses. So you can see it comes out nice and easy. We've got all of our great little kisses here. I think they turned out so cute, you guys. Now the next step is I cut apart a stamp because I just wanted the word kisses. And I believe that this stamp was from Concord & Ninth's Cuddles and Hugs stamp set. Also Sugar Pea Designs Mugs and Kisses stamp set. I'm going to stamp a long line of those using Simon Says Stamp Intense Black ink. I'm going to trim that up because I want to make the cute the little, oh gosh, what would they be called? The little piece of paper that hangs off the top that says Kisses Everywhere. Excuse me. Now I am using Fawn's How You Bean jar, and I stamped it again because sometimes when you have these full stamps, you can get ink on that center part, and that's what I did. I wasn't quite sure how I was going to be using this jar, if I was going to be cutting out the center or not, which I ended up doing. But anyways, I'm inking it up really good. And then I'm just going to color the outside edges, and I am using BG10 to give it the glass look. So I'm just going to keep coloring that, and then I'm going to use my blender pen to kind of blend it out a little bit. You could also do this with a gray marker, and I think that works well too. I just like that tealish blue. I think it really does give it the feel of glass. So then I'm just blending it out, and then at the rim of the glass I'm going to do it a little bit darker. It tends to look a little bit darker at the rim. Your choice, whatever you feel like how you want to color it, but that's how I do it. So especially around the edges, darken it up. Underneath that rim, gives it a nice little shadow look. Really is super quick and easy. And then now I'm going to color the lid, and I'm using C4, 6, and 8. I wanted this to be a darker lid. I'm starting with the C4, and then I'm going to come in with I believe that's the C8. And then a little bit of C6, and then blend it out again. Adding some shadowing in some areas around some of the lines. And then I will cut these out using the die set. I think this is a great die set, stamp set. I think it really could be used for any card. So I was really excited when this idea popped into my head. So I just used my X-Acto knife or whatever and cut out the inside of the jar, and I am attaching some acetate to the back, and then I'm just going to trim that out following the shape of the jar, because I'm not making a traditional shaker card, but this will be popped up on foam tape and the Hershey Kisses will be behind it. So now I'm going to use my background stamp, and this is Simon Says Stamp Quilted Hearts background. Super cute, you guys. So I rubbed the anti-static tool all over my paper, and this is Lawn Fawn's Ballet Slipper Pink. And I'm going to be using a silver embossing powder on this. So with that, I'm using Simon Says Stamp Clear ink. I'm ink that up really good, and this is why I love the Misty so much, because the first time I stamped it, I did not get a really good hard stamp. So the good thing is you can lift it up, push it down again, or re-ink it, however you need to do that. And then I'm going to apply this silver embossing powder. And it has a bunch of glitter in it, and I love how shiny it is. And as you can see on this backdrop, it's got the cute little hearts everywhere. Oh my gosh, it's so darling. You could even use that for a baby card or anything really. Anniversary card. But heating that up with my heat tool. Now, this is the big hug stamp set from Concord and Ninth's Cuddles and Hugs. And I am going to stamp that over the existing embossed background. I'm also going to be embossing this with the silver. I'm treating it again with the anti-static tool because I don't want any, especially now, I don't want anything sticking. So I'm going to ink that up, stamp that, push it down again, reapply this silver embossing powder, and then I will take the heat tool to that. Again, always make sure your heat tool is heated up before you do it. Look how pretty that is. It's so sparkly and shiny. I love it. So now I'm going to stamp the word, the phrase, and kisses. And this is from the Concord and Ninth Cuddles and Hugs stamp set. And I'm going to trim up the little edge. Now I've taken where I've cut up the kisses long sentiment into pieces and attaching that to my kisses. A little bit of Ranger Multi-Matte Medium does the trick. And I'm just alternating which sides I'm putting them on. And I don't need it on all of them. I've attached some foam tape to the back of the jar, stuck in the kisses inside, and the fancy foil is a little bit tacky, so it kind of stuck to the front of the acetate. I just glued them all together, but I did not need to glue them to the acetate, obviously, because you would have seen that. So then I'm going to attach the lid to the side, a little bit of foam tape on that, and a little bit of Ranger Multi-Matte Medium so it would stick to the jar. And now we've got this cute jar full of kisses. So excited. So I'm going to pop up the sentiment and kisses on foam tape because it's going to be kind of attached to the side of this jar. And then I will be attaching more kisses next to that. I just love this card. I think it turned out so cute. I could not be happier. And I love the pop of red because you've got this really cute pink and silver, which you can't go wrong with that. But then I think adding a third little color pop of red is adorable. I think even turquoise or something would have been fantastic on this card. So I'm going to add some little hearts. I pulled out of one of my stamp sets, probably a Lawn Fawn stamp set. They've got great little hearts. And I'm using Lawn Fawn's Lobster Red ink for that. And this is Nuvo Crystal Drops in Red Berry, and I'm also going to be using Simply White. I'm just adding a few little doodads here and there. Just in a few little spots. And then here is the Simply White. And I didn't need a ton, but I felt like you needed some other colors to kind of break up all the pink. But you could leave it as is. I mean, it would be cute either way. So I will be attaching this to an A2 size card base. And look how shimmery and shiny the fancy foil and the embossing powder. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I appreciate all your support. I hope you really enjoyed this card. I hope it inspires you to look at your stamps and dies in a different way and turn them into something else. I will be back real soon. Thanks again, guys. Bye.